Hello, and welcome to this first lecture of this new section on implementing strategies better than planned in this course on building excellence in product management. I am Arun Singhal, your management coach and mentor with 40 years of experience in developing people. So in this section, what we're going to do is to give you an in-depth understanding of how can you implement strategies better than the plan. We have done the planning already, right? So how can we do better implementation? And in this particular lecture, we will talk about overall approach. And as we go forward, we will talk the various parts of that overall approach in subsequent sections. Right? Ready to go? Wonderful. So let's quickly recap what have we done in the last section. We have looked at that we need to formulate 6 main strategies: overall marketing strategy, brand positioning, product strategy, pricing, promotions, and distribution and sales strategy. And we've also seen that these strategies involve answering many questions, very specific questions that we need to get answers to. And these strategies can be formulated at 2 levels. One, at an overall level by looking at what's happening around us in terms of industry analysis, SWOT analysis, etc. And then looking at what we should be doing, identification of current strategy, looking at new alternatives and making a choice. Then we have also looked at there are some specific questions about this strategy that we need to answer, and those we had looked at in the last section. Right. So how do we go about implementing these strategies now? The core 6 strategies that we have learned how to formulate in the last section. How do we go about implementing those strategies better than planned? Because finally the proof of pudding is in eating it, right? So we might have great strategies, but unless you as a product manager cannot implement them better than the plan, excellence will be just a piece of paper, right? Okay. So this is the process that you see on your screen now. You need to begin by defining the actions. Strategies are still very directional and very broad, while we've tried to be as specific as possible. So we need to convert them to specific actions that we will take, someone else will take, or you will take during the year. Then once we have defined those actions, then we need to plan the resources, because if they are not adequate resources, those actions, will they get implemented? Unlikely. Then you have resources, you have action plans, and then you would have people who will take actions. We need to motivate that people. And especially it is important because as a product manager, you will not have anyone reporting to you. Everything will be a dotted line relationship. And in that situation, how do you motivate people to do it for you? That's the challenge there. The fourth thing that will be, you need to build capabilities as you go along discussing and formulating and action plans and implementing. You'll realize we didn't have the capabilities that we thought we needed, and we need to build capability. We need to talk about that. And the fifth thing will be to provide support, because as people will start implementing things or we will start building capabilities, you will find that they will come back and say, hey, this is not getting done. Arun, we need your help and support. So you need to provide the support. And finally, you need to keep monitoring the progress on each of the action plans and see whatever support you need to give and whatever compliments you need to go as you go forward. Right? Makes sense? And we will take a look at each of these as we go forward. And that brings us to the remaining part of the marketing plan, right? The bottom 4 pieces: action plans and budget summary, month-wise action plan, P&L summary, and upsides and risks. And we will take a look at it in subsequent lecture. In this lecture, we will just look at the overview. So what do we do in the next module? So in the next module, we get into defining the action plans, and we will look at the first 2 parts of overall annual action plans and month-wise action plan. Let's see if we do that in the next section. Right? So thank you so much for watching this first lecture of implementing strategies better than planned. I hope you are beginning to enjoy this session as well and started learning something new. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next lecture.